Well, hello folks now, and welcome to the Pyrate Round. I be Captain Scarlet here, and this be the Scarlet Raven. Now, we've got an extra special show for you today that we're going to do some very nice things, and I hope you enjoy it. But first, as we start every episode, you know, we start with a toast to our friends. And this be from the cursed crystal skull that contains the Jamaican mountain red. And we say to your friends, we wish you were here. And those of you who are here in spirit, and those who are here physically, and those who have sent their spirits ahead of them to join us, we say thank you so much, folks, for being here and taking the time out to join our Pyrate Round show. And we want to say thank you so much. And we want to say Yar Har.
Yar Har.
That's tea. No. Well, that cannon's got big balls, don't it?
That's right, it does.
That's what you call an innuendo. Now, Scarlet Raven, we've got a new addition to our crew, don't we? And that'd be Pyrate.
Well, Pie's been around for a few...
True, but
she's fairly new.
Yeah, she hasn't contributed a whole lot. Now, she's been sort of shy, being a rat. And so we have Pie there, Pyrate, and she's a rum rat too. And it's very nice to have her with. And I'll introduce our regular crew to those who don't know them. So we have here Katie Berry.
Oh, wait. I see a jellyfish here.
Oh, I've got to get it out. Don't mind the ship battle taking place here between Bartholomew Roberts and Ship of the Line. So, we've got Katie Berry right there with the attitude. Here
and Bernie.
And I'm sorry, that's Anne Bernie. Anne Bernie right there with the attitude. And right here we have Bartholomew Roberts with his very fine
his namesake down there.
Right, they're fighting it out to see who's going to win. And then of course Bill G, he's our bilge rat. And then of course we have Pyrate. And we have Gunner's Mate Squatch right here who handles all the cannons. And we have Polly Pirate Parrot. Now, Polly Pirate Parrot is a tragic story. She lost her poor eye while, after imbibing in too much rum, she chased a pigeon up into the masts and had her eye tore out by the yardarm. So, Pipe, quit. Now, come over here and tell us what you got. What you say? Oh, rum, you say? Well, on the Pyrate Round, folks, I don't want to say that we do spend all our time drinking rum. But, you know, time flies when you're having rum. So, Scarlet Raven, should we start out in order with the first thing that Pie brought us?
Let's start out with the younger.
Okay, we'll start out with the younger.
Now, if you remember one of our first episodes...
Oh, we did, one of the first ones.
We talked about this rum.
Mm-hmm, we did.
And it's a pretty good rum.
It is.
And... these ones are the younger ones.
Oh, the youngers.
So
folks, this is Baku. Baku 5-year. Now, Baku makes, how many? Three? Three? I'm sure they make more, but this be the 5-year that they make. And they have different ages of rum, which is be their aged types. And Baku 5 is a 5-year rum. And now this is this is from Dominican Republic. And it says 5 years old rum, and I'll read the front here real quick.
As you can see, quite a bit of it is gone.
Well, you know, Pie
got onto it before we could.
So this is from, here we go, grown, produced, and bottled in the Dominican Republic. Unleash the spirit, aged in oak, fresh cane juice, made locally. Now that's pretty nice.
That's right.
Now, the Baku spirit, of course, is almost like the genie in the bottle thing.
That's right.
And if you remember last time when we opened the bottle, out came the Baku.
And I made a wish of never-ending rum.
Yes, and look what we've got. Quite a bit of rum.
Supply.
So, all right.
So, I don't know if there's a genie in there. There might be a genie.
Well, we're going to find out. All right.
So I might have been able to keep it in.
I don't know. Anyway, we're going to give it a try, folks. We'll see what we think, okay? So here it comes. Oh, no, it came out again. Where'd it go? Oh, well, we had a hard time getting the last one. We'll get this one again. So,
you make a wish. Make a wish.
Oh, I always do.
What's your wish?
What is it? I can't tell anyone. So we'll pour out a bit of the dram.
It's not fair. I told you I wish.
Well,
You can see the coloration on there. It's got
did
a
I
nice,
give you enough there? Let's see.
enough.
I don't know if I gave myself
It's got a nice caramely color.
There we go. So aged in oak, and we should be able to tell with this Baku with the oak notes, and that's the part of that. Let's see. It's got a quite rich color there.
It's got a nice smell.
Yeah, let's see.
It's got a sweetness smell.
Yeah, it's got a sweet. I can smell the oak, of course. I can smell the cane. There's spices in there too. Now there's definitely vanilla. They seem to put a lot of vanilla in rums. It does mellow the flavor, and it sort of absorbs a bit of the alcohol burn.
And oakiness.
And the oakiness, and it sweetens things up a bit.
Right.
You don't ever want rum that's too sweet, but you don't ever want rum that's too hot or too dry either.
Right.
You want that fine mixture, and of course it's all up to the taste master to determine what is good, what they want to produce. So, here we go. Thanks folks for watching the Pirate Round. This is Baku 5-year, Yarhar.
Yarhar. Now that's got a burn to it when you swish it around.
Yeah.
It burns the tip of the tongue. It had a very, very quick burn to the back of the palate. The tongue is still tingling. It's a little bit dry.
It's a little bit dry. It's got a bit of a burn. It hasn't mellowed yet. That being said, though, I've got to say the flavor's quite nice.
It's not a bad rum.
It's drier. It's just not just sweet.
It is.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that they had put a lot of sugar in here. You can sort of tell that.
Now, if I remember right, the 12-year was a little bit sweeter. So it's funny that the aging has brought back some of the.
Well,
or
maybe
it's the manufacturing.
maybe they sweetened it back towards the end. I don't know, but you've got all the notes you should have with a fine rum, but it's a bit young. It's a bit young.
And it's still got that tingle.
Yeah, just I can taste that tingle there just a bit. Oh, the ship's capsized. Capsized off the coast of Newfoundland there. Let's put it right there. There we go.
For storms.
Yeah, watch out for the storms. So, I can't say that it would be a favorite. However, the reason why there's so little of this here is because the Scarlet Raven and I make our patented drink out of this, and it makes a fine mixer.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons it makes a fine mixer is because it is quite dry.
Right, Bartholomew Roberts Pyrate Punch.
That's right, Revenge.
Well, it was Blackbeard's Pyrate Revenge, and now it's called.
Oh,
now we changed the name because there's a Blackbeard drink. We call it Bartholomew Roberts Pyrate Punch.
Pyrate Punch from Bartholomew Roberts.
Right, because Pirate Punch.
That's true.
And if you want to know how to make it, it's quite simple. It is 2 shots of rum. 2, right. 4 shots of blueberry pomegranate juice. Usually R.K. Knutson's is our favorite.
Yeah,
organic.
it should be good
it's
stuff.
Really good. 5 shots of Canadian dry ginger ale.
Ginger ale, yard.
And half a lime, stirred up and in ice.
So
squeezed.
So remember this, folks. 2, 4, 5, half, squeeze. And then you got it.
You got it. It's quite good with ice.
It's easier to remember.
It's our favorite. One of our favorite drinks.
Well, it's a very good mixer.
Smooth.
And the
So
reason
good.
I think it is such a good mixer is because it is drier and doesn't
Yes.
add any extra sweetness to
Yes.
the drink.
Of course, a lot of times when we make that, we like to use pirate rum. But
We
we've
do.
used Baku quite a bit.
Well, you can tell we've used it quite a bit.
Right.
So here we go. Second Yarhar.
Yarhar.
Yeah, a bit smoother the second time around.
Right,
and I
and
think
it's-
your body is used to it by then.
Now, not swishing it, you get the burn in the palate a little bit more.
Yeah,
But it is dry. It's a very dry rum.
it is.
But it's not overly sweet. It's a good rum. You got the oakiness there.
You do. It's quite oaky.
You've got the vanilla.
Let me see if I can see what it says here on the back.
I'm not for sure of the.
let's
There's
see here.
some other flavor there.
Operating a ship under the influence of rum may lead to shipwreck, catastrophe, and the end of your sailing career.
That's right.
And that's about all it says. I suppose that speaks for itself, I think.
It's good stuff.
Baku, I think, It's a legend, isn't it, about the genie in the bottle?
Yes.
The Baku is the,
Yes.
because it has the little picture of the Baku person, the Baku creature or Baku genie on there, and I think it's legend
the
is they
spirit.
found unleash the spirit. I think is the thing,
Right.
unleash the spirit, and I think they find the Baku in bottles washed up on the beach.
Right, right. And the genie, of course, releasing it, you get your wish.
Yeah.
Of course, the captain won't tell you what his wish is. So
Anyone who knows me knows precisely what my wish would be. So, anyway, what sort of cannon blasts would you give this Baku?
I'm going to give it an average of 3, probably a 3, because it's not my favorite, but it is a good drinkable rum. Going 3.5 is a little bit, I think, a little bit high for this Baku. I think the 12 is a little bit better than the 5.
Well, yeah,
Of course, 5-year rums don't typically have the style or the flavoring. It's got a nice thatching. This is kind of a fun bottle here because they've got this thatch weave.
Yeah, that's
into
overlap on the
right,
side
on the overlap. And of course, this is a real cork.
with a wooden top.
It's cork top. That's a cork top.
Oh, is it?
That's a cork top.
Oh, it is. That is a real cork in there.
Yes.
It's quite nice.
You have to appreciate a rum that,
Yeah.
that puts in a cork.
So you could use this bottle again to brew some homemade liquor if you had any. I got to give it probably a 3.5, and the reason I give it a 3.5 instead of just a 3 is because I have a tendency to like drier rums. Sweet rums are fine, but I like drier rums, flavorful drier rums that have a nice sort of congenial taste to them. They're not overwhelmingly sweet. And I can see pulling Baku out and pouring it for your friends and say, hey, try some of this now before we mix it in our drink and have a sip and see what you think of it. And see if you think it's a fine rum.
Now this is 40% volume, alcohol by volume.
It's right on the edge of being hot then. But I got the burn, but I didn't
have the
get
burn, but it's
I
not
didn't get
over
the
the top.
overwhelming burn.
Yes,
So I
like
think
some
it has
of those.
mellowed.
Yes. Fresh cane juice.
Yeah. Now,
that's good stuff.
River Pirate 13. I don't know if you've tried this.
I think he had.
Has he?
Yes.
Has he talked about Baku?
Yes.
Okay.
River Pirate 13. I don't know if he's done it on his channel, but when he's reached out to me, I think he talked about once.
Okay, he
I
talked
think
about
he did.
Baku one time?
He has access to a lot more rums than we do.
He do.
So if you want to send us some rums, we'll be happy to sample some.
Yes,
Or anybody else who wants to give us rums from across the world.
we'll be grateful to you, and we will sample them on the show and give them a fair and even test.
I'll give you credit.
Yeah, we'll give you
Shout
credit.
out.
And Scarlet Raven and I have tried quite a few rums now, and we've, we're not quite connoisseurs, but I think we've got a fair idea of what would be good and what would be sort of mediocre and sort. And we've had really excellent rums here. We've had rums that we couldn't even swallow. I would say that this is the one that we enjoy to keep on our shelf and to use for many things, drinking and sipping and that sort.
It's it's not our favorite rum, but it's a good rum to have around.
No, but the Baku rums in general tend to be very high quality.
Yes.
And so you can't go wrong if you buy it.
And they're pretty readily available, I believe,
Yeah.
from what I've seen.
I've seen them quite often in the stores around here. So, folks, Baku 5 here, a very good rum, drier sort, but pleasing, and a good mixer. You can't go wrong with Baku. It's very high quality rum. So, there you go.
Not bad.
Not bad. Okay. Let's pour out a little bit of the Jamaican Mountain Red so we can say goodbye to our friends. Thank you so much, Scarlet Raven.
You're welcome. Give myself a little more.
That's good. Well, folks, thank you now for giving us your time here on the Pirate Round. I'm Captain Sculptopus, and this be the love of my life, the Scarlet Raven. And we'd like to say to you folks, like, share, and subscribe on our Facebook and YouTube channel, and spread the word about the Pirate Round. We're getting a few more people here, and we're very happy to have you on our crew. And in these troubled times, folks, don't be afraid, and don't let anyone make you afraid. Use your noggin. Think about what you're doing, and think about what's happening, and don't panic. Because, folks, you can't panic aboard a pirate ship, or the whole thing, or the whole ship will go down.
That's right.
You can't let your crew down like that.
And before we get too far, the second International Pirate Rendezvous in Zolpec, Germany, August 7th, 8th, and 9th. We've heard the other day that 2022, excuse me, will be in the United States.
Ah, there you go, in the United States.
So
we're happy.
start planning.
Yeah, we're happy for that. So, folks, thank you so much for joining, and we give a toast to you because we do this for you, and we wouldn't do it if you weren't part of our crew, and we appreciate you so much. And don't let anyone make you afraid. Don't let anyone grind you down under their boot heel. You know, because you'll be a pirate, and you don't have to take shite from nobody. And here we say, smooth sailing in your heart.
Your heart.
Ah, it's just good.